Go.
Idiot. Don't be stupid. Why can't you be more like the others? No one actually likes you. Fatty. You're just not good enough. You'll never be good enough. God, you're so dumb. For those of you who don't know me, as few and far between as that may be, my name is Nicole, and back in high school, I wasn't considered to be really intelligent to any degree. Funny, I know, right? I literally raised my hand for every question. I'm like Hermione or something. I went to a magnet school, so you had to test to get into it, meaning I was constantly comparing myself to child prodigies from every field. We have kids going to Harvard, the American Ballet, MIT, the NYU Tisch School of Reporting Arts. I was basically surrounded by the future Albert Einsteins and Beyoncés of the world. I tried so hard to fit in with them. I took all of the advanced placement classes that I could. I tried every diet. I began spending an insane amount of money on professional vocal coaches, all in just an attempt to fit in. It hurt being constantly reminded that I wasn't as talented or intelligent or beautiful as my peers, and that I never would be. Don't get me wrong though, I had friends. I had a great group of friends, and I wasn't bullied by anyone, except for, that is, these little voices, whispers in my head, telling me I wasn't any good, that I needed to lose weight, that I needed to give up, that I needed to die. I'm not super normal when it comes to my head. And I'm not just talking about my synesthesia or the fact that I'm blind as a bat. In 2012, I was diagnosed with major depression, insomnia, general anxiety, anorexia, bulimia, panic attack disorder, and the mind-hand coordination processing time of a turtle that got ran over by a bus. Yes, they have a test for that. And that's why it was nice having this thing, this something that I loved, something to do when I just needed to make the voices shut up for a minute. Something I never told anyone about for fear that they would shut me down and tell me I wasn't any good. And that thing was writing screenplays. Whether it be full-length plays or one-acts, adaptations of plays, commercials, TV shows, I loved it. I could spend hours tapping away at my computer or tablet, trying to perfect this little bit of dialogue, not caring about anything else in the world. I would get in the zone, and time flies, like that. And I did it, just for the sake of doing it, because for a while, I never showed it to anyone, because it was a foolish endeavor. Writing wasn't my area. I didn't have an area. I was there to make everybody else feel better about themselves, or so I kept convincing myself. These mental blocks, numbers 6 and 8, really held me back and kept me from improving because I was too afraid to get critiques from anyone. That is, until one day. There's this thing called the International Thespian Society. Yes, I said thespian, get your minds out of the gutter. And this society holds festivals. There you go. And this society holds festivals in each state, so that the high schools there could have the chance to showcase their talents and learn more about theater. And one part of the festival was that schools could submit one act to perform on the stage, in front of everyone. And it had been a while since my school had even submitted a piece to perform. So my director came up to me, because she knew I enjoyed directing, and suggested that I find a piece, submit it, and on the off chance I get in, we would perform it. So, of course, instead of finding a pre-written piece, I decided to write my own, for God knows what reason. It's not like they would actually choose my piece from the billions of other submissions, right? When my director got the email saying my one act, titled It's a Mystery, would be one of 5 pieces presented at the festival, I nearly passed out. Not only did I have to get a cast together and open up to my peers about my love of writing screenplays, but I had to present it in front of the entire festival, which consisted not only of other high schoolers, but representatives from colleges, the professional directors and actors from all across Maryland. It was a lot of stress. My mind went into shock mode. I thought so badly about my abilities and my talents that I was so paranoid that people would make fun of me. The voices cycled through again. Idiot, don't be dumb. This isn't your area. You're going to make a fool of our school. They only let you in because they felt bad. God, you're so dumb. I almost gave up and dropped out. I doubted myself that much. But my cast members, who were also the only people I had shown the script to, reassured me and were always there to get me back up when the voices came back. I pushed on, partly because I wanted to prove those voices wrong, and also partly because I didn't want the people putting on the festival to hate me for pulling out so late. So the days rolled by slowly, and finally the day of the festival and the day of my inevitable doom finally arrived. I was literally shaking as lights went out and my actors got in their positions on stage. The lights went up and the play began. It was about 30 seconds in before I heard it. Laughter. As my actors told my jokes and spoke the words I had written, people were responding. And not only that, they were responding positively. By the end of the play, people were cheering. As I walked across the stage to bow with my cast at the end, the people did something I wasn't expecting. They gave me a standing ovation. They really enjoyed it. After the performance, I had people come up to me telling me how much they loved the play and how funny it was, and to this day I still have people recognize me from that show. From that day on, I knew that I had found my element. And for once, the voices quieted down. I began hanging out with like-minded people and ended up creating our own TV show. It didn't get very far past scripts and read-throughs, but still, people respected me, and even better, I respected myself. So my advice to you as an audience is to just go for it. If you love something, just do it. Don't accept the role that you've boxed yourself into. Don't let the voices clip your wings before you even get off the ground. Expand your horizons, and don't be afraid to show others your element, because you are the writer of your own future, no one else. Thank you.